and you need to defend yourself all the time. As you may have heard, I file a few lawsuits, and I'm in the court now.
Heard about the Stormy Daniels story, that he allegedly paid $130,000.
Were you canceled on your show?
I was.
On her podcast the other day, comedian Sarah Silverman weighed in on so-called cancel culture, and she claims there can be unintended consequences. Take a look.
In this cancel culture, and we all know what I'm talking about, whether you think there is one or there isn't one, or where you stand on it, and there's a lot of gray.
Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
Allegedly.
And she does.
Yeah, how do you know all this?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know all this.
Allegedly.
Well, y'all, it's finally happened. The View is officially done, gone, shut down for good. And guess who made it happen? None other than Melania Trump. You can bet Whoopi and Joy are probably somewhere right now, screaming into the void. 4 years. This show was little more than a bitter echo chamber, endlessly ranting about their hatred for Trump, his family, his supporters, and pretty much anyone who didn't align with their far-left agenda. And now, the karma train has come through. Full speed, no stopping. For a long time, Melania maintained her grace and stayed quiet, even as these messy women tore into her on national television. They mocked her accent, belittled her intelligence, and made distasteful jokes about her marriage. Day after day, it was nothing but Melania slander, non-stop 24/7.
Critics are going hard after a liberal media member for vile comments about Melania Trump.
She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want anything to do with him. She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady.
I was. Only because, we're a very supportive environment for women. I mean, I think any guest will tell you
Nobody
that.
saw this coming.
All the mathematical tables. And by the time I got into 3rd grade, the teachers said,
And for what? Just because she had the audacity to be First Lady without being one of their beloved Hollywood darlings? They fawned over Michelle Obama and Jill Biden, elevating them to iconic status. But Melania, they treated her like garbage. From day one, the media tried to tear her down, vilifying her at every turn. But here's the thing about Melania. She may be quiet, but she's certainly not weak. She was always watching, waiting, and meticulously keeping track of every jab. And when she decided it was time to fight back, oh boy, it was nothing short of a knockout punch. According to sources close to her, Melania's legal team uncovered years of outright defamation, proving that The View had been spreading blatant falsehoods about her with zero repercussions. And let's be real, the entire world knew they were lying. But ABC, they let it slide because trashing Trump was good for ratings. But here's the twist. Ratings don't matter when your entire network is about to get sued into oblivion. The consequences were coming, and fast.
He lost the last time, and for the last 4 years, all we've heard is, I won, they were mean to me, I won. You lost!
Melania made her move, and now The View is completely finished. ABC had no choice but to shut it down before the lawsuit spiraled into an even bigger disaster. And it gets even more interesting because, apparently, Barbara Walters herself had to step in. While Barbara created The View, she's all about old school journalism, the kind that values real reporting, not the messy reality show antics that Whoopi and the rest turned it into. Insiders claim Barbara had to personally step in to clean up the mess before ABC's credibility was completely destroyed. But let's face it, what was there left to save? The show went from showcasing diverse perspectives to becoming nothing more than a leftist attack machine? 5 different opinions? Please. It turned into one big echo chamber where anyone who dared to disagree was immediately silenced. And speaking of being silenced, the meltdown happening behind the scenes is something else. Whoopi is livid. Sources say she's calling anyone who'll listen, demanding answers, and trying to figure out how to save her career. But honey, there's no saving this. The show is over, the damage is done, and nobody's buying her victim narrative. And as for Joy, she's in full panic mode. This woman spent decades tearing into Trump and conservatives, and now that her platform is gone, she's scrambling to figure out her next move. Good luck, sis. You played yourself. And we can't forget about Sunny Hostin, who thought she was the sharpest person in the room until she got hit with the biggest lawsuit of her career. Melania specifically named her in the legal documents, and now Sunny's entire career is hanging by a thread.
Personal legal note.
I think the other one asking the question is dumber than Kamala, so she's a dummy. I watched her over the years. That is one dumb woman.
Donald Trump, I want to thank you for personally telling so many lies and committing so many alleged crimes and providing us with material on a daily basis. You help us do our jobs, and I'm so appreciative. Because of people like you, a former prosecutor and legal expert can become a fixture on a show like this. And again, I'm so grateful.
Listen, take him seriously and take him literally.
I don't think that we have to. I think it would be remiss of us to not say Joe Biden knows how to do this.
Yes.
He knows how to do this. He's quite good at this. And, you know, you can't refute anything with him because he just, when I say him, I mean...
He rambles.
Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just...
But can I mention one thing?
The lawsuit was reportedly so devastating that even ABC couldn't defend her anymore, which led to her immediate removal from the show. They had no choice but to throw her under the bus. The last thing they wanted was more legal problems. Just let that sink in. The same woman who spent years lecturing Americans on morality and honesty is now out of a job because of actual defamation. How does that even make sense? And this is only the beginning of the downfall. Let's be honest. If Melania could bring down The View with just one lawsuit, imagine what Trump could do. He's been slandered, lied about, and falsely accused for years. The View wasn't just a talk show, it was a non-stop anti-Trump propaganda machine, and they got away with it for far too long. But not anymore. Now that Trump is back as the 47th president, do you really think he's going to let them off the hook? Oh no, darling. This is just the start. Word is, Trump's legal team isn't stopping with The View. They're already lining up more lawsuits. And ABC? Well, they're in deep trouble. When Melania moved to seize their broadcasting license, it wasn't just about one show, it was about holding the media accountable for years of false narratives. Now, other networks are feeling the heat, wondering if they're next. CNN, MSNBC, late-night shows, they're all on edge because if Melania can take down The View, no one's safe. But what do you think? Is this the beginning of a bigger media reckoning? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's hear your opinion. And if you want to stay updated on this unfolding drama, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. You won't want to miss what's coming next.